So we created this firm. We had like offices downtown. We had staff, and we even had an attorney working with us doing business stuff. And so in a lot of ways, I was doing almost the same stuff that I do now while I was in law school.
So how did you get into, patent law? I mean, you obviously sat through the exam and were you working as an attorney prior to sitting for the patent bar, or did you just go all the way through and then start working?
Yeah, so to be a patent attorney, like I said, you have to take this patent bar exam, and so you can take it as long as you have an undergrad degree
Undergrad in
in
science.
yeah, in science or engineering something. You can take it at any time, and you're what's called a patent agent. And so I actually, in my first semester of law school, studied for the patent bar and passed it out. I started out as a patent agent. And initially I was like, hey, I'll just have this and, maybe I'll be able to get a job. But people sort of heard that I'd done this. And then people started referring me clients. And so I was like, well, okay, fine. I'll create a firm. So I created my own practice for a while I was in law school. And then there was another guy who had done the same thing. He was a year ahead of me in law school. And he said, hey, why don't we join together? Let's create a firm together. So we created this firm. We had like offices downtown. We had staff, and we even had an attorney working with us doing business stuff. And so in a lot of ways, I was doing almost the same stuff that I do now while I was in law school. And had this firm that ended up breaking up just because he graduated earlier. He became an attorney, and there was issues with attorney, non-attorney profit sharing. But yeah, I kind of was able to practice in a lot of ways, starting, at the end of my first year in law school. It was kind of fun.
So, okay, so you started a business your first year of law school. I'm imagining that's the first business you've ever started, correct?
Yeah, aside from the band and, kind of little side projects. Yeah, that was the first major business. Yeah.
How did you balance, because it seems like this business went on for a couple of years and you were getting clients. How did you
Yeah.
balance, studying for law school, which can obviously be very demanding? Many people decide not to work during law school while running a business. It's one thing to be an employee of a company, but another thing to run a business at the same time. I mean, was it a growing business? Was it a successful business? Obviously, it dissolved, but what was that like, that balance?
I loved my practice. And so, that was my focus. That's what sort of drove me to, to finish law school. And it's like, hey, I just want to be done with this so that, I can practice more. And it was just a good balance because I don't know if you know about law school. It's very, I don't know, like theoretical and analytical and books and
Practical application.
yeah, being able to work with clients and being able to work with technology and just, be in business. Like that's what I really, really enjoyed. And so it was sort of that was the thing that I really wanted to be doing. And especially the second year of law school gets a little bit easier. First year, it was really hard to have a balance. But yeah, second and third year, you can kind of it's easier to put school on the back burner, and I was able to get the grades that I needed to get, and take easier classes and things like that, and do externships and things like that. So I was able to keep a balance, but it was definitely hard, but it was easy to do just because it was really fun. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more clips from this podcast, you can see the full playlist right here, and we've got the full podcast right here. And please like the video on your way out so we can have it seen by more people. Thanks.